tonight on Newsbeat. The governor has a request for a new addition to campus. The state government aims to tackle the ever-increasing trash problem, and a local organization working to boost reading in the community. All this and more, Newsbeat starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Tuesday Newsbeat. I'm Lexi DeCastro.
And I'm Mila Fair.
Governor Jeff Landry is requesting that LSU place a statue of Charlie Kirk on campus. He made the request last night in a social media video to the Board of Supervisors after speaking at a Turning Point USA event at the River Center. The event last night was headlined by conservative speaker Allie Beth Stuckey and had over 1,500 people in attendance. Students gave their opinions on the possibility of a statue.
About this all day. Honestly, pointless. What did he do? What did he do for LSU? What did he do for us? What did he do for anybody? That is pointless. If they put that, I'm transferring immediately.
I actually agree. Honestly, I really liked him, and I really hate how everything played out. Having a statue, I feel, would bring good and bad, but I actually support it.
Because this man threw nothing but hate against almost you, me, almost all the black students on campus. Me and my friends said we would get a pickaxe and just demolish the statue if he was to take place.
LSU has not responded to if they will follow the governor's request.
Many residents in Louisiana face bug problems, but the state government has a growing problem with a different type of bug, the litter bug. Jakayla Smith has a report.
Trash, trash, and more trash. It's a familiar sight along Baton Rouge streets. Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser says litter has become one of Louisiana's biggest image problems and an expensive one.
We have a very dirty state. Last year, Louisiana spent $92 million cleaning up litter. We could better spend that money on education, health care, feeding the poor, so many things rather than picking up litter. So I'm on a mission to clean up Louisiana so one day we don't have to spend that kind of money cleaning up.
Over the last decade, the cost of litter cleanup has increased by 65%. Last year, Louisiana Department of Transportation and Development collected the equivalent of 18 Olympic swimming pools of trash, about 600 tons statewide. Lieutenant Governor Nungesser says enforcement is now tougher than before.
Prior to this year, if you got seen litter and somebody reported you to the hotline, you got a letter from me stating you were caught littering, please don't do it again. Well, now you're going to get a ticket in the mail.
Under the new litter law, violations can carry fines from $175 to $1,000 or include community service. Study shows that tickets and cleanup programs make people 80% less likely to litter again. Community advocates like Jennifer Richardson explains the importance of standing up against litter.
Everyone can play a role in this. It matters to your infant, if you're 100 years old. If you see something on the ground, pick it up.
State leaders encourage residents to report litter, volunteer for cleanups, and secure their trash to keep it from blowing away.
Think about when you drive along a road, a beautiful, clean, green trees with no trash. That warm and fuzzy feeling you get about your community.
From the state capitol to local community cleanups, Louisiana's fight against litter relies on everyone. Reporting from Baton Rouge for Tiger TV, I'm Jakayla Smith.
For more information on what you can do to help clean up, visit keeplouisianabeautiful.org.
3 scientists were awarded the Nobel Prize in Medicine for their discoveries in cancer research. The recipients, Mary Brunkow, Fred Ramsdell, and Shimon Sakaguchi, were able to determine an additional way to treat cancer by using the body's natural operating immune cells to fight cancerous cells. They found that the regulatory T cells in our bodies act as peacekeepers, preventing our immune system from attacking the healthy tissue in our bodies. LSU instructor Dr. George Belgadere shares his thoughts on these newfound developments.
Came to fruition, right? So those 3 Nobel laureates, obviously kudos to them. They get all of the accolades, but I imagine if you would ask them, and any time they give a presentation, there's a pretty lengthy acknowledgement slide. because without any of that support, none of this would have been possible.
These medical breakthroughs have the potential to improve cancer treatments for generations to come.
Books are important to have in our lives, regardless of whether it's for school or for a job. An LSU organization is hosting a book drive to support the importance of reading. Jessica McFadden reports.
Reading is an essential part of our daily lives, bringing about positive changes in our human development and enabling us to understand others' emotions and strengthen our relationships.
We really see a need for these books in our communities, regardless of our students' backgrounds or class. We want to have the power and the access to these reading materials so they can have the power to grow in their reading level and grow in all levels of education.
That was the education co-chair for LSU NAACP, Brooklyn Thompson, who is hosting a book drive for children in the Baton Rouge community to support learning and literacy. Studies show that reading a book every night before you go to bed can improve sleep quality. LSU's NAACP Education Chair Landon Thompson shares her reasons for why reading books is important for the community.
I believe that every book donated will spark curiosity and inspire someone's future. This book drive reminds us that sharing knowledge is one of the most important, powerful things that we can do as a community.
LSU's NAACP is raising a good amount of books, which will help Baton Rouge children learn to read and understand words through books. Tiger TV, Jessica McFadden.
Reading is vital for the mind and for your mental health. If you want to make your brain stronger and healthier, make sure to take some time out of your day and pick up a book to read. Next at 5, could a cold front mean a scary, cool Halloween? Cassie Trepanier has your weather forecast.
Hate is loud. It gets clicks. It gets attention. Hate, however, is actually quite small. But love is the majority. Love fills our hearts, our lives, our everyday.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
You need some help?
Your tow chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back. Now, Halloween will be a chilly one, but before I get into that, let's talk about tomorrow's weather. So, as we look in the morning, we can see temperatures in those lower 50s and those upper 60s going into the day. At 1 p.m., it will be 64 degrees, and I would like to mention that the high tomorrow will be 65, with that sun setting at 6:15. Now, let's get into that Halloween weather. Like I said, it will be pretty chilly, and at 12 p.m., we will see a temperature of 64 degrees. Going into the day, we will see temperatures go up at 3 p.m. to 68, and the high on Halloween will be 69 degrees. At 6 p.m., we're expected to see see 63 degrees, following 9 p.m. 53 degrees with that low of 43 that night. I would like to mention the sun will set at 6:14. Now let's get into that 7-day. Like I said, tomorrow will be a mostly sunny day with a high of 65 and a low of 52. When Thursday will continue that trend with that high of 65 and a low of 48. Those upper 60s to lower 70s will be the trend for the upcoming days, with those lower 40s to lower 50s at night. That will be the trend for the weather to come. That's all I have for now. Back to you, Mila, at the desk.
Thank you, Cassidy, for that wicked weather. Now, neighborhoods, churches, and parks are a common place for trick-or-treating to occur, but it may be time to look at your local museum. LSU Rural Life Museum hosted Haunts, Haints, and Halloween every Sunday leading up to Halloween. It was a family-friendly, old-fashioned country fair where families were encouraged to dress up in their scariest, more like cutest costumes. The event had various activities like cup stacking, arts and crafts, face painting, storytelling, hay rides, and of course, a candy reward after each game. The event was not only for families to come and have fun, stress-free time, but also to end the stigma that children can't have fun at the museum.
A lot of kids, they think of museums and they think of something boring, and this is a good way to, like, you know, get them engaged and also get them like some sugar and some candy in anticipation for Halloween. And yeah, it's a good melding of fun and education, yeah.
With Halloween coming up, be on the lookout around campus for various events going on. Next on Newsbeat, the great candy debate continues. Devin Whitson with Hot Take Tuesday after this.
Hate is loud. It gets clicks. It gets attention. Hate, however, is actually quite small. But love. Love is the majority. Love fills our hearts, our lives, our everyday.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
You need some help?
Your toe chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back. Halloween is here, a time for spooks, horrors, and scares, and of course, the best and sweetest part of it all, treats. It's time for Hot Take Tuesday, and today, we're talking about the best thing in the world, treats. Now, whether you're trick-or-treating out in the streets or watching your favorite movie, it's always good to have a good snack by your side. But let's keep it real. When it comes to having a sweet treat, it's clear that the best thing to have is fruit-flavored candies rather than any type of chocolate candies. Now, look, I know it's not the popular opinion the slightest, as after you all voted 70-30, saying chocolate candies are better, but I'm here to tell you, not so fast, my friend. Now, sure, you have Kit Kats, Twists, Hershey's, and Snickers, but are they really that much better than having Skittles? I mean, you can't go wrong with having Skittles, Nerds, Haribo, Sour Punch Kids, and arguably the best and peak of candy with Starburst and Airheads. With a better assortment and a better variety of flavors and better unique candy, I think it's clear as day that the best and undisputed king of Halloween candy, for anyone that's trying to give trick-or-treaters a good time, I mean, you can't go wrong with fruit-flavored candies at all. I'm Devin Whitson, and this has been Hot Take Tuesday. Back to y'all at the desk.
Thank you, Devin, well, that's all the time we have for tonight's Newsbeat. Until next time, I'm Lexi DeCastro.
And I'm Mila Fair. Have a great night.